Welcome everyone! Today, we will present my PvE build. My chosen class today is Thor, a hero class. Let's start with some mechanics. On the dummy, I'll teach you how to test your damage at maximum. For this, we are at my place with my dummy. Let's start with the Thor multipliers, which are attack percentage, physical damage, ignore physical defense, physical penetration, damage skill, wind damage, MVP and mini monster damage. First, let's configure the dummy. Large. Water. In the dummy strengths tab, we will set it to 0% because we will test the maximum damage without reductions. For this test, we will use 6 penetration foods. I will demonstrate how equipment is crucial for the final damage output. First, test without equipment. Note the damage. Observe the lightning skill, which hits everything around Thor. Now let's conduct the second test with the equipment that I usually use in Ragnarok dungeons. Soon, we will show all of them in more detail. Note that I don't have any shadow items refined to level 15. Observe the difference in my damage now in the second test. Now, observe the lightning skill. Look at the rolling thunder skill. Now I will present to all of you the equipment I use for dungeons and in this final damage test. First, I want to emphasize that there are several builds. The one I will show you is the one I use. Starting with the offhand, I like to use a set which gives me physical damage and an increase in elemental damage. I like to use a voodoo armor because, in addition to providing a lot of defense ignore, it also grants penetration. I always use 2 cards in the armor, though Kibi helps increase my wind resistance. Poitada Star gives me 25% more damage to monsters. Leader's Pauldron helps me ignore the monsters' defense and also increases my skill damage. It's an excellent cape. As for cards, we can use 3 of them, which are, personally, I really like the Nubia because it provides a significant boost to skill damage. But since I don't have it yet, I'll go with Vagabond Wolf. Loon's Memorial is a pair of boots that will increase my attack percentage and physical penetration. I use the Moonlight Star card. I know it's hard to obtain, but there are several other cards that can help. I recommend Flute Player Star for the move speed. I use 2 Steel Ambition accessories that help increase physical damage and physical attack. They are excellent for Thor. For accessories, I like to use 2 cards, but in some cases, they might need to be replaced, such as in Legends instances. Last Twilight is undoubtedly the best weapon for Thor. It provides all the stats he needs. As usual, we use 2 Mineral Star on the weapon. This hardware is very good because Thor always has a very high wind damage. Typically, he always outperforms his opponent, which activates the item's second line, giving us 20% elemental attack. The Odd Humbler card is an excellent option for achieving over 100% penetration. Winter Crown is an excellent option for the face slot, as it provides a significant amount of skill damage. Ocean's attachment is a good option because it provides movement speed and high damage against MVPs and mini monsters. Chicken Axe is another item that provides high damage against MVPs and mini monsters. It is used in the back slot. It's Too Late is a card that provides movement speed and skill damage. It is ideal for completing our skill damage setup for Thor. This is my build. I hope you liked it. Now, let's move on to the next topics. We're at the skill tree, and the majority of Thor's skills are area of effect attacks. Let's demonstrate the functionality of each skill in practice. Let's start testing the skills. Rolling Thunder. Lightning Power. Storm Barrier. Lightning Cling. Trial of Storm. Ultra Lightning. Holy Resonance. Now, let's review the stats used. For this build, I use the following stats. Strength, 159, Vitality, 50, Dexterity, 85, Luck, 159. Let's now review your runes. As with any hero class, it's crucial to have all 6 runes for the class activated. Here are my activated runes along with the attribute runes I use to maximize the power of all skills. Now, with the new arcane runes, which also help enhance our performance in both PvE and PvP. To wrap up our video on a high note, let's check out the performance of our hero in these settings on Lost Island Legend. This is the boss of the first floor. By using wind attributes, we can deal significant damage to this MVP. The mechanic is essentially to avoid standing in the fire. And thus, Thor finishes the first MVP alone. Let's move on to the second MVP. This MVP likes to turn us into statues. This skill he's casting turns us into statues. We need to turn away before he releases it. That's the mechanic. Let's move on to the final MVP of the Lost Island Legend instance. We need to be careful because it summons a fish that drains a lot of our HP. In this second phase, we need to kill an MVP that is randomly summoned on the map. Next, some orbs will appear. Whoever kills them will be able to hit the heart of the boss in the middle of the instance. And finally, we complete our instance without major difficulties with our great hero Thor. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.